Hello, everyone. My name is Robin Steeman. I can't believe this night. Thank you. I was just told to let everybody know here, is everybody listening, if you don't have a bid paddle and you would like to participate in the Fund a Need tonight, just go right back now and get one from Deb Carroll, okay? Thank you.
And I've been asked to tell everyone, if you have raffle tickets in your possession and you're in here, you need to make sure they're in the buckets out front, or you... Oh. Okay. Never mind. Okay. I have the signal. The light is on. We are live. And isn't it wonderful to see so many people here tonight? Yay, all of you. Good evening. I'm Sigrid Cummings, your host for this unbearably delightful evening. I am joined by Minky. Minky in a previous life was my grandmother's mink jacket. Yes. We would like to formally welcome you to our live and virtual auction program. This year we are able to meet in person and have a live stream for those at home. So thank you, all of you who braved the elements and came out and joined us. We're so glad you're here, and it promises to be a very fun evening. If you are joining us from home, we would love it if you would say hi and let us know where you are tuning in from. Just open up the chat box and say hello. We'd love to know that you're here. The chat button is on the bottom or the right side of your screen when you have the video out of full screen mode. So I hope you all enjoyed the music we were just listening to. After George Stanley sang and strummed us in with Enter, Rejoice, and Come In, we were treated to the Appalachian tunes by a group called Visual Melodies. Music is just one of the many treats we have in store for you tonight. But first, as always, a little technology housekeeping. Christina Tweed and Nils Peterson are with us tonight behind the scenes. They will be live streaming the program. Yay! If you are watching from home, you'll be able to go to the auction website and donate directly to the Fund a Need. Joseph will be telling us about that later, and Christina is putting the link to our auction website in the chat section. So, now that we have dealt with the technological logistics, let's kick off this great event. So, please turn your attention to our epic masterpiece, the world premiere of Teddy Bear Picnic, created by Ida Domazlicki, featuring many of your friends, and I'd say it is quite a cast of characters.
If you go down in the woods today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go down in the woods today, you'd better go in disguise. For every bear that ever there was will gather there for certain, because today's the day the teddy bears have their picnic. Teddy bear who's been good is sure of a treat today. There's lots of marvelous things to eat and wonderful games to play. Beneath the trees where nobody sees, they'll hide and seek as long as they please. That's the way the teddy bears have their picnic. Picnic time for teddy bears. The little teddy bears are having a lovely time today. Watch them, catch them unawares, and see them picnic on their holiday. See them gaily gad about, they love to play and shout, they never have any cares. At 6 o'clock their mummies and daddies will take them home to bed, 'cause they're tired little teddy bears. If you go down in the woods today, you'd better not go alone. It's lovely down in the woods today, but safer to stay at home. For every bear that ever there was will gather there for certain, because today's the day the teddy bears have their picnic.
Oh, that was wonderful. Did you recognize any of your friends and relatives in that fun slideshow? I did. So let's give Ida and everyone who submitted those fun and festive photos a big round of applause. We are very lucky to have so much talent in our fellowship. And speaking of talent, you will love this. Here are Kristen and Otto Smith with their rendition of a dear old camp song, Dancing with Bears. So feel free to growl or sing along. Here in this space has it. All right.
Hello, oh yeah.
Okay.
Actually, the name of this is Waltzing with Bears, but it's kind of the same thing. It's a waltz as a dance. And this has kind of a patchy story of origin. Apparently there was a Dr. Seuss songbook that included a tune called Waltzing with Bears, which was a different tune, but it had the same chorus as this. So, since... oh wait, I'm supposed to take this off.
Anyway,
Okay, here
so
we go.
the verse first, so people can sing it. We need help on this. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We go.
Well, actually, I guess we're going to sing that verse first. Okay.
But
You
we'll
can
sing
do
the
this.
chorus first, so you get
Yeah,
an
we'll just
idea.
start with the chorus. He goes,
Goes
now
wrong.
we got to remember one thing, raggy, baggy, shaggy. He goes, wah, 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 waltzing, waltzing with bears, raggy bears, shaggy bears, well, raggy bears, baggy bears, shaggy bears too.
If you get it
There's
wrong,
nothing on
you don't
earth
get it
Uncle
in
Walter
there.
won't do, so he can go waltzing. Wah, 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 waltzing. He can go waltzing with bears. How many have sung this before? Oh, look at that.
We have no
Okay.
problem then.
Okay. Is it a C?
No, it's in D.
Okay. Well, my Uncle Walter goes...
D, dog.
Well, my Uncle Walter goes waltzing with bears. It's a waltz.
Shaggy bear, shaggy bear.
Every Saturday night he sticks down the
So he can go waltzing. Wow, 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 waltzing. He can go waltzing.
He goes wah, 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 waltzing with bears. Raggy bears, baggy bears, shaggy bears. There's nothing on earth Thunder Walter won't do.
So he can go waltzing.
Wah, 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 waltzing. He can go waltzing with bears. Well, we went to his room
In the middle of the night,
we tiptoed inside and turned on the light. But to my surprise, he was nowhere inside. 'Cause my Uncle Walter goes waltzing at night. He goes wah, 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 wah,
waltzing with bears. Raggy bears, baggy bears, shaggy bears.
go waltzing with bears. We bought Uncle Walter a new coat to wear, but when he comes home it's all covered with hair. And lately I've noticed several new tears. I'm sure Uncle Walter's been waltzing with bears. He goes wah 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 wah, waltzing with bears. Raggy bears, baggy bears, baggy bears. There's nothing on earth Uncle Walter won't do. So he can go waltzing, wah wah waltzing. He can go waltzing with bears. We begged him, we told Uncle Walter that he should be good and do all the things we say that he should, but we know he would rather be on the run. We're afraid we will lose Uncle Walter for good. He goes wah 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 wah, waltzing with bears. Raggy bears, baggy bears, shaggy bears. There's nothing on earth Uncle Walter won't do. So he can go waltzing, wah 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 waltzing. He can go waltzing with bears. We told and we pleaded, oh please won't you stay, and managed to keep him home for a day. But the bears all marched in and took him away. Now he's dancing with pandas and we don't understand it, but the bears all demand at least one waltz a day. He goes wah 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 wah, waltzing with bears. Baggy bears, baggy bears, shaggy bears. There's nothing on earth Uncle Walter won't do. So he can go waltzing, wah 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 waltzing. He can go waltzing. And that last verse where the bears all marched in, it was really the lawyers who marched in that case, because that was the verse that got them in trouble.
Well, that was great fun. It made me. Ooh, what is the park ranger's favorite element? Someone's got to get barium. Yes, I knew. We wouldn't be UUs if you couldn't get that one right. Here's one for you. Oh, okay, last one. I see the lights on. What's a bear's favorite thing to draw? A self-portrait. All right, one more. How do bears catch fish? You got this one. They use their bare hands. Okay, Christina's given me the light. We are back on track in our program. So a little birdie told me that someone here has a birthday. So I would like to wish a very happy birthday to Frank Layden. Yay! Now, before I say another word, I want to update you on our online auction. It's not too late to bid on items, and there are some really great ones for those of you who have been looking. So a big thank you to all the people who donated the plethora of wonderful items. Over 70 people stepped up with fabulous offerings for your bidding pleasure. You'll have one more chance to view the donations in the fellowship hall, including the amazing collection of Karen Page's artwork on Sunday before and after the service. I was blown away looking at all that beautiful stuff. So here's one quick reminder about bidding on items in the catalog. So listen up. If you select a buy it now or a fixed price, you must go to your cart immediately and check out right away and register that purchase. If you buy more after that, then you'll pay a second time. So don't miss out on your favorite buy it now or fixed price item or event by mistakenly leaving it in your cart. And a big thanks to the auction committee who coordinated the display and created our beautiful online catalog, which I'm sure you enjoyed perusing. Thanks also to the committee members who coordinated the goodie bags that some of you are enjoying. I've got my mug right here. This year's goodie bag included this beautiful ceramic mug with our mission statement on it, which is perfect for coffee, tea, hot chocolate, or I think it's a perfect soup size. So here's something you'll be interested to know. The goal for our auction this year is $40,000. It is by far our biggest fundraiser. It definitely helps support our beloved QUUF. You can help us reach that goal by bidding on goods and services, but here's something you may not know. You can also donate directly to the auction when you check out. There is an option for that anytime you purchase a Buy It Now item, like the tasty pomegranate syrup, or when you add the free register to bid to your cart. So at any time you want, there's an option to just donate money directly to the auction. So now, I would like to bring out our very own celebrity mascot, the one, the only, Teddy Fernandez. Can we drag him away from the bonfire and the s'mores? Teddy, are you, oh, good. Teddy, you're here.
Very chilly.
We're very happy to see you, Teddy. Please join me. You can finish chewing.
Thank you for that applause. I have such a big ego now, I can barely get my head through the door. But anyway.
We can barely hear you.
Well, I was saying that I have such a big ego from all the applause that I can barely get my head through the door. I'm sorry?
Is that how you lost your ear?
Well, yeah, I'm Vincent Van Gogh Bear. Oh dear, Sigrid, I'm really sorry. I couldn't resist one more marshmallow. You know, I usually would be hibernating when I heard about the marshmallows, I couldn't resist one more marshmallow. Okay, now I'm really good, Sigrid. I've swallowed it. Oh geez, they're so sticky.
You don't have to apologize, Teddy. I don't blame you. You need that? Are you enjoying the auction? Have you been bidding this week?
You better believe I've been bidding. The catalog is full of wonderful items. And the auction party tonight, it was delicious and fun. We had 11 talented cooks who treated us to light bites. We had all-you-can-eat s'mores. You heard me, all you can eat. George Stanley played his guitar, and we sang Puff the Magic Dragon by the bonfire. And the slideshow, the teddy bear picnic, what a triumph. It was so good to see so many lovable faces.
So true. It was so wonderful to see all those beautiful faces. Teddy, I want to thank you. You have done so much for our auction.
I'm glad I was asked to be your mascot and honored also. I'm glad that things have gone so well. It was my first time as a mascot. I have to tell you, I was worried, would I be able to bear up under all the strain? Would there be too many details? Would I be buried in paperwork?
Well, I hope we didn't ask too much of you. When you agreed to be our mascot at the auction committee, they made a solemn vow not to overwhelm you. We all agreed the last thing we wanted to do was poke the bear.
Thank goodness for that. You know, looking at these marshmallows just reminded me that I was so stressed last week that I had this horrible nightmare that I ate 2 40-pound marshmallows.
Oh my, that sounds terrible. Delicious, but terrible.
Wait till you hear what happened. When I woke up, both my pillows were gone.
Oh, Teddy, you are such a card. Tell me, Teddy, I've been curious. What's it like becoming a celebrity? You've made so many wonderful announcements on Sundays. How are you adjusting to your new fame?
Sigrid, that's a truly interesting question. You know, when the auction committee asked me to be the spokesperson, I had no idea how much fun it would be and how rewarding. But I also never thought of the responsibility I would have to bear of, becoming part of the Pantheon, of becoming a legend.
Well, I am so glad you stepped up. It was a big responsibility, but I'm not sure what you mean by becoming a legend.
Well, think of it. Just think of it for a minute. I'm standing on some big shoulders. By becoming a mascot, I've stepped into the pantheon of some of the most famous, beloved bears in the world. Paddington Bear, Winnie the Pooh, Smokey the Bear, Gentle Ben,
Aw.
Fozzie from Sesame Street. And who can never forget Yogi and Boo Boo?
Well, I can't argue with that. You are doing so well. And speaking of things that are doing well, the online auction sales and Fund-A-Need are doing well this year. And Teddy will be talking with you later. So, goodbye for now. And now, I'm pleased to tell you, Kathy Camacho Carr and Dean Carr are here to fill us in on some of the amazing auction donations we would like to highlight.
Well, thank you, Sigrid. The auction headquarters gave us a list they'd like everyone to check out in the gorgeous catalog. But before we do that, there's another list I'd like to tell you a little bit about. Robin Steeman is the auction committee, on the auction committee, and actually has been leading the charge. And she attempted to make a list of everyone who helped make the Teddy Bear Picnic auction event tonight happen. Thank you, Robin. She said to tell you she attempted to make a list because she may have missed some names, and she apologizes, but she really wanted everyone to know the community that we have, that everyone pulled together. We have a lot of people to mention. So many people with enthusiasm all supported QUUF. So we couldn't have done this evening without you, so thank you. And I think you'll see the list there. It's quite a long list.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dean Carr, and that's some list. And that's the list of volunteers for tonight. It doesn't even include people who donated or purchased items or contributed to the 10 raffle baskets. Wow.
Now let us tell you about some of the fabulous items in the catalog. The first item that we'd like to tell you about, Dean's going to tell you.
Number 331, a Washington Coast cabin in Westport, donated by Reverend Florence Kaplow, can be yours for 5 nights. It's still a steal of a price.
And it's really nice. People have gone there the last couple of years and really enjoyed it. It's right on the water, and it's beautiful. And have you got relatives or friends coming for holidays or for vacation? No problem. We have a place for you. You can bid on this wonderful Morgan Hill apartment for up to a week-long stay. Feel free to say more about this, because if you have any questions, we can tell you about it. It's at our house.
There are still a few bottles of Pat's famous, locally famous pomegranate syrup available. That's number 16 in the catalog.
It's really good, too.
We've gotten some before.
And then there's number 245, 246, and 247, which are several different handmade quilt totems by the late great quilter Karen Page. And you can see them on display in the Fellowship Hall. They're really beautiful.
Number 20, a 2009 Aprilia Scarabeo scooter. It's great for getting around town to run some errands or to take touring with your RV for those short trips you want to take without moving a big rig.
There's also a plethora of carved pieces and masks from other countries, especially Africa. There are a number of them, and they're quite beautiful. In fact, I've been tempted to call the Seattle Art Museum African section to come take a look, because I think they're way underpriced. You need to take a look at those.
Number 100 and number 101. Some gorgeous handmade jewelry from QUUF member Susan Stone.
Oh, I better look at those.
I was going to say, don't tell her about that.
You can have your very own painting by Diane Ainsworth. If you are with us in person, make sure to take a look in the foyer before you leave tonight. This is a fantastic and beautiful painting.
We still have lots of beautiful art, jewelry, and some fabulous meals available for you to bid on. You can find these items easily in the catalog by going to the auction homepage and clicking Show Me, and choosing a category like Fine Food and Spirits or Art. And now, here's more from Sigrid.
Thank you, Kathy and Dean. We truly have some amazing items on offer this year. And you know, it has been so nice to have a special event like this to look forward to be together. Aren't we all happy? Yay! We need fun, don't we? Yeah. It's wonderful to be here in person and know that folks are joining us from home. Now, we have a real treat in store for you. We have Pat, Doug, George, Kristen, and Terry come on up. They will give us their own rendition of All God's Critters Got a Place in the Choir, and they are welcoming you to join in with a roar if you like. I'm going to have some apple cider in my new mug. Take it away, team.
This is not strictly a performance piece. Your involvement on the chorus. So what's the starting note?
There it is.
All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing high, some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got now.
Listen to the bass, it's the one on the bottom where the bullfrog croaks and the hippopotamus moans and groans with the big canoe, and the old cow just goes
All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing higher, some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got now. The dogs and the cats, they take up the middle where the honeybee hums, the crickets fiddle, the donkey brays, the pony neighs, the old coyote, all God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing higher, some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got now.
Listen to the top of the little birds sing, and the melodies, and the high notes ring. The hoot owl howls over everything, and the jaybird disagrees.
All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing higher, some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands, paws, or anything they got now. Singing in the night time,
Singing in the night, singing in the button on his way. Possum's got much to say. Porcupine talks to himself. What?
all God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing higher, some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands, paws, or anything they got now. It's a simple song, a living tongue everywhere. the turtle dove. On a place in the choir, some sing low, some sing higher, some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands, balls, or anything we don't know, and again. All got a place in the choir, some sing low, and some sing higher, some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands, balls, or anything they don't know.
Thank you. That song really got us going. Now that I'm fortified with cider and water, we're moving on to the Fund a Need presentation with Joseph Bednarik, who will describe this year's Fund a Need and the bidding process. Welcome, Joseph.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for being here. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing high, some sing loud.
On the telephone wire, and
some just clap their hands, paws, or anything they got now.
Woohoo!
That was fantastic. Thank you, guys. Pumping up the energy here. This is wonderful. So, I want to thank you for emceeing tonight, Sigrid. I really appreciate you being up here. I really appreciate you just sort of riffing when all the technology went down. It just shows your presence, that you are actually here.
Thank you. Yeah, this is my third year doing this. You'd think I'd been more prepared than having to quickly go to Google. Anyway, it's my pleasure, Joseph, and everyone. I understand that we are raising money for a very beloved organization. Would you please tell us about it?
I would be happy. There's nothing that would make me happier than to tell you about it right now. But before I do, I actually promised Teddy Fernandez that he could come out and ask me a question. So.
All right, come on out, Teddy.
Hello, Joseph. Hello again, everybody.
Teddy? You're back again. I want to congratulate you on the absolutely splendid job that you have been doing as our mascot. Everybody? This guy? Wow. I have to say, I am so excited to be here, but I am also wondering what it is that you have to ask of me, of me, Teddy.
Joseph, I've heard that you're a poetry expert. That you even work for a poetry press? Is that all true?
Yeah, that's true. I do work at Copper Canyon Press. We publish, thank you very much. We publish a lot of poetry, that's true. But I'm not sure that I would call myself an expert in anything. But I've loved poetry ever since I was a little boy, little cub.
Well, I have a favorite poem. I've always looked on it as a philosophical puzzle or a paradox. Ever since I was a cub, I've wrestled with the meaning of it.
You have been wrestling with the meaning of a poem since you were a cub. Wow. Teddy, you know that a great poem can be a lifelong companion. It can open up our hearts, it can open our minds. I'm really honored to be here with you and your poem.
Well, last Sunday, our guest speaker, Melody Moberg, spoke to us about the meaning of stories and how important allegories are. And ever since then, I've been wondering if there's an allegory I'm missing in my favorite poem.
Well, how can I help?
Well, I've heard about how eloquently you just deliver poems.
I don't know.
I thought perhaps if you read it for me, I'd see it in a new light, find new allegories, new meaning. Would you read it for me, for us?
I'd be honored, Teddy. I haven't had a chance to prepare this. This is an absolutely, just out of the blue. Teddy, thank you for allowing me to read this. The title of this poem, this very deeply meaningful poem, is Fuzzy Wuzzy. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he? No.
Well,
You know, Teddy, I can see why you've been wrestling with this, Jim. Because I'm wrestling now with what to say. May I keep this?
of course, your reading has really helped me. Thank you, Joseph. I can't tell you how much I want to thank you. I'll let you get back to your fund of need. Thank you, everyone.
Everybody, Teddy Fernandez. I gotta say, that was an unexpected treat. To be so close to charismatic megafauna, to be so close to charismatic megafauna with such a big heart, with such a curious mind, it makes me all fuzzy wuzzy inside. And I hope it made you fuzzy wuzzy as well. And now it's time for some more fuzzy wuzzy. We are going to go straight into the fuzzy wuzzy fund of need, okay? But before we do, I want to thank Christina and Niels, who are in the sound booth. They're controlling the big board, they're controlling the computers. Thank you very much for all that technological experience that these brilliant people bring to this evening. We could not do it without you. Thank you very much. We're also grateful to the entire staff of Quimper Unitarian Universalist Fellowship. Some of them are here tonight making this whole shebang happen. We could not have this event without them. We are absolutely so grateful. And so now we're on to the fund of need. This is one of the most important parts of the fundraising year when we get to really actualize our generosity and we get to help QUUF's financial reserves. Our goal tonight for the fund of need is $29,000, and that is separate from the auction goal, okay? And as we begin, I want to let you know something incredibly important. In order to come up here, the UUA requires the auctioneer to go to or the paddle person to go to this very intensive workshop. It's a 4-day fundraising workshop that I have to go to. I earned a special paddle raising certificate. And it was called the Paddle Patter was the workshop. I had to learn how to do this. And the first thing that they ask is just make sure that everyone in the audience knows how to work their paddles. So if you have a paddle, can you please raise it? We want to make sure that your paddles are working. Look at that. All these paddles are working. Fantastic. That is wonderful. So that was the first thing in this intensive workshop. Now, one of the powerful aspects of this workshop, I have to say, was to tell us that money is just energy. That's all it is. And I told this to Case Kolf, and he said, well, it's also green energy. So money is green energy, and that is one of the most important things that you need to know. So your paddles work, money is green energy, okay? And then this intensive workshop, we were under hypnotism, actually, at this point. They said, now you've got to really learn how to describe what the fund of need is funding, okay? And we went around all these Unitarians talking about what their specific thing is funding. And when it got to us, Quimper Unitarian Universalist Fellowship that meets in this beautiful sanctuary, when it got to us, they said, well, we are funding a reserve fund. And the workshop leader just swooned. Absolutely breathless. She goes, I love preserves. During the summer, she said, my friends and I, we gather together, we do lots and lots of canning. We make delicious preserves, strawberry, raspberry, peaches, nectarines. Oh my God, preserves, I love preserves. And I said to myself, self, don't correct her. Reserves, preserves, and then I had this incredible insight. Preserves, right? Delicious, colorful, homemade preserves. Absolutely the perfect metaphor. Tonight, Tonight, we are stocking delicious preserves into QUUF's larder. We are going to fill it with bright, colorful, jewel-like green energy. And now, to me, this makes absolutely perfect sense. I came home from this very intensive workshop where I had to undergo hypnotism, had to do a lot of deep thinking, had to get the paddles to work. And I thought to myself, exactly, this is perfect. Squirrels, they bury nuts. Emergency preparedness, they always tell us to have 2 weeks of food and water ready. Is that not correct? Our country has a giant reserve of petroleum. The financial advisors always tell us to have months of 2, 3, 4, 5 months of cash on hand. Teddy Fernandez, he knows where the honey tree is, okay? We're talking energy reserves, green energy reserves. So I came home and I did this. I canned my own green energy. This is a jelly jar filled with $100 bills. I've canned it, I've preserved it, I'm now putting it in my larder, and this is to help you visualize what a larder of preserves is going to be. So our goal tonight in this paddle raise section is to raise $29,000 for $29,000 of jelly jars, actually, to add to Quimper Unitarian Universalist Fellowship's preserves. We are going to add some green energy to our larder. And so let's begin. We're going to have an old-fashioned paddle raise like the auctions of yore. You should be registered. You should have a number. And again, I saw that all the cards are in working order. That's fantastic. We have two people up here. We have Holly and Sarah, who is going to read numbers and collect the information. And we are going to also remind you that if you choose not to donate tonight, you can always donate on the auction site through Sunday, I believe. Yeah, I think that's all we need to know. So Holly and Sarah, are you guys ready? You are ready? You have your clipboards? Okay. So when you bid tonight, please keep your bid card up until you hear the number and then it's recorded. Is that right? Is that how we're going to do it? Okay, that sounds good. All right, we are going to start at the $2,000 level. So for the Quimper Unitarian Universalist Fellowship cash reserves, if you are willing to donate $2,000 for that, if you would please raise your paddle, that would be fantastic. And we could start the auction. We have one, number 29. Thank you very much. Anybody else at the $2,000 level? Fantastic, thank you, number 29. We are now, yeah, exactly, thank you. We're now going to move to the $1,000 level. If anyone would like to donate $1,000 to Quimper Unitarian Universalist cash reserves, that would be fantastic. If you could please raise your paddle, that would be wonderful. We have 144. Anybody else? Thank you very much. This is exciting, is it not, Teddy?
Very exciting.
Very exciting. Unbearably exciting. Yeah, exactly. So now we're going to move on to the $500 level. If you would like to donate $500 to the Unitarian QUUF's cash reserves, please raise your paddles high so we can use those numbers. Thank you very much. We'll start on this side. 54, 71, 154, 47, 65, 49, 8, 92, 816, and 801. Thank you very much, $500 donors. That's fantastic. What's that? Is someone? Are you okay, Robin? Everything okay? Okay. That was 500, yes. And now, no, was that 500 or 5,000? A clerical error. All right, so now we're going to move on to the $250 level. Please raise your paddle if you would like to donate to the Fund of Need at $250. We have 16, we have 11, we have 28, 819, 85. Thank you very much, $250 level. This is exciting. So I can see that larder getting fuller and fuller. We're going to go to the $100 level at this point. If you would like to donate $100 to the Fund a Need, please raise your paddle high. Thank you very much. Don't read too fast.
And somebody said they might like to give more.
That's fantastic. We will definitely make. So this is from the director. This is from essentially the person who. This is like the Orson Welles of Quimper Unitarian Universalist Fellowship, right? Getting direction. I'm reading the numbers too fast. We're going to go slow, and we're also going to give an opportunity for people to bid again at the end. So, and this is to confirm. This is the $50 level. Is that correct? $100 level. Thank you. 66, 15, 133, 37, 807, 60, 827, 73, 30. That's wonderful. Does everything get that? Thank you. This is so much fun. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. This is wonderful. The $50 level, if we could raise the paddles at the $50 level for the Fund a Need, fantastic. So we have 17, we have 73, we have 100, we have 136, 809, and I'm sorry, can you read? I can't read that. 826. 826, is that sure? Is that true? Okay, great. Thank you. Fantastic. Thank you. And now our final level for the Fund a Need is the $25 level. If you would raise your paddle for the $25 level, that would be fantastic if you could raise it high. And that is 73. And we have, that's wonderful. And so let us, everybody, big round of applause. Thank you. So that is a huge step towards our desired cash reserves. Thank you very much. I want to double back, and I want to ask, is there a donor here who would like to put their bid in at the $5,000 level? We have a bidder at the $5,000 level at 76. And for whatever reason, if you didn't like numbers that could be divisible by 5, if you would like to bid, is there anybody here who wants to bid a number divisible by 3? Fair enough. Is there anybody here who would like to raise their paddle for an idiosyncratic amount? Like pi. There's someone who would like to bid $7. And there's $7, number 6. See, it pays to ask. Thank you. All righty. What's that? Yes, you're going to bid pi. So he's just going to be putting pennies in the jar forever. Never ends. And so we're not going to know the total tonight. The total will be announced on Sunday, November 20th, because we also have bids that are coming in online. I would like to thank you very much for your attention, your generosity, and I really appreciate you guys. It's a lot of fun to be up here. Thanks.
I've been involved in nonprofit fundraising for 40 years. That is the most brilliant description of a Fund a Need I have ever heard. Thank you, Joseph. I'm in awe of your talent. It's very heartening to know that our financial reserves are getting such a significant boost, so thank you to everyone. So as Joseph said, Teddy had a big personal announcement to make. So Teddy, don't be shy. Come on over. Let us know what you have to say.
Well, I didn't want to share the good news that's come about from being your auction mascot, but I will. Word got out about my Dagwood s'mores, and I was approached to write a cookbook. It's coming out in the spring. It's called Everything You Want to Know About S'mores, but We're Afraid to Ask.
That's amazing, Teddy. Congratulations.
To create interest and get people to pre-order the book, I recently did a cooking segment on Good Morning America. It'll be aired in January of next year.
Well, that's really incredible. I can't wait to see it.
I brought some photos from my cookbook if anyone was interested.
What do you think, everyone? I know, I'd like to see them. Yeah?
Christina? Here I am making the Elvis. I've created several s'mores honoring celebrities. Here I am making one of my favorite s'mores. I use graham crackers, peanut butter, and bananas. I call it the Elvis Presley. Here I am saluting a childhood favorite of mine, Winnie the Pooh. It's made with graham crackers, marshmallows, and honey. Very messy, but really worth it.
Teddy, you really are an innovator. I don't want to sound too critical, but do these s'mores ever become too much, even for someone like you who is famous for his sweet tooth?
What a good question, Sigrid. Thank you for asking. I actually have an entire chapter in my cookbook on savory s'mores. Here are Joanna Sanders and Carl Sebastian enjoying one of my creations, the savory salmon s'more I made for them. It has wassa crackers, whipped cream cheese, and a nice big chunk of grilled salmon.
Oh, that actually does sound delicious, especially now. Thank you, Teddy. So, don't forget to pre-order his cookbook. Teddy, you really are something. So,
Thanks.
Now,
That was...
cue your thank you. Now it's time for the big moment. Time to draw for the raffle baskets. Teddy will draw the winning tickets. So if you won, you will pick up your basket as you leave tonight. So here we go. Number one.
Just so you know, we're going to take out of the can and drop them into something bigger where they have more, they can circulate more, and then we're going to pick randomly from that.
That looks
So
like
it'll
it
be
was...
randomly from what looks like a saucepan or a pot.
All
This
right.
is for number one.
Number one, date night or special treat in a beautiful basket with a bottle of wine, a huge box of chocolates, music, CD, and more.
Number 38.
Got a winner?
Yay! Okay, so someone should be writing this down.
So please tell us your name so we can write it down. Barbara Allen. Yay!
All right.
So basket number two is going to be a dollar bill origami with a teddy bear toy, lots of candy bars, and more.
There we go.
Yep. Number 15.
Woohoo! Oh, Rosanna. Yeah. Okay, number three is an Artistic Innovations. It's a lovely basket with cards, stamps for ink printing, batik fabric, and a huge
This is
amount
a
of
really
artistic
full one,
creativity
folks, so
items.
Let's see here. I know I put in for this one, but
Okay, only one of
it'll
us
look
can-
odd if I win. I realize that. 42. Yay!
Deborah Olson, all right.
Deborah
Oh, good to
Olson
see you,
won.
Deborah.
Okay, great.
Okay, number four. Number four, Painter's Delight, a beautiful basket with art pens and pencils, watercolors, brushes as an art pad.
I feel like I'm at the muscular dystrophy telethon. This says Ryan Newman or Nogman? Or Hoffman. Hogman? Okay.
We good?
Ryan Hoffman. Okay.
Okay, number five is going to be Winter Indoor Fun Time with nuts, puzzles, hot cocoa, socks, a knitted blanket, and more.
This is really, really full, so. Oops. I know, right? Okay. Julia, is it Julia Cochran?
Yay!
Hey, Julia!
Okay, number 6, indulgence. A lovely basket with chocolate caramels, candle, gift certificates to Panda More, and Sunrise Coffee.
It also comes with an appointment for a cardiologist. Diane Bomer. Yeah, I've seen, Diane's sitting in the 5th row. I see her.
Okay, number 7 is Teddy Fun, a great reusable tote, teddy bear, puzzles, and more.
Okay, there's not that many in this one, so your chances are better here. We're trying to make it as random as possible. Okay, there, Art Carney. 58. 58. Someone in the back, in the last row. So tell us your name. Tell us your name, please. It's someone named McCormick, is it? Okay. As long as everyone knows who that is. Okay.
Okay, number 8, Chetsamoka Trail Explorer, a beautiful basket with books, a trail map, a gift certificate to Ground to Perfection Coffee House, and more.
827. Wow.
All right.
Hey, the back row's been really lucky tonight. That's the lucky section back there.
Well, now we're going to
If you
dare.
believe in luck. Oh, I think it's Gene Wallet. Was it Gene Wallet? Okay.
Okay, number 9, Dare Deeply. Teas, lotions, caramels, mug,
This is
and
full,
music.
so I just remember.
This one looked popular too.
Okay, someone folded up in 4s. Number 67. Who's 67?
All right, Barbara Stanley. And the last one, number 10.
Number 10.
Read and Eat. Books, gift certificate to Shanghai Restaurant, Aldrich's, and the Marina Cafe.
Again, someone folded it in 4. Let's see who this is. Zoe Lamp.
Whoa!
See that last row? Look at that last row. So that's everything. Those are the 10 gift baskets. I have proof of receipts here. I think I'll throw those away too. You know all the names. Okay.
Okay, well, thank you, Teddy. We really appreciate your help with that fun event, and thanks everybody and all the winners. Yay! Thanks to everyone who bought a ticket, and if you won, you'll pick up your basket on the way out.
We don't have any merchandise. Well, actually, we do have merchandise, so don't forget to pick up a mug or coaster on the way out.
Oh, that too. Thank you, Teddy, for reminding us about that.
Every big event should have merch. Yeah.
Do you have anything else to say, Teddy?
No, yeah. Well, there were these 2 actuaries. No.
But then I think you're done.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Teddy. Woo! Teddy gets to have all the fun, and I'm left with the housekeeping. Oh, well. So regarding the online silent auction, some folks have been asking about the anti-sniping feature that Octria has for our auction this year. So let me give you a brief explanation of how that works. I'm sure some of us have experienced online auctions like eBay, where you have the highest bid just 1 minute before the auction closes, and then someone enters a bid 1 second before the bidding ends. And that can certainly be frustrating because then you don't have a chance to enter a counter bid, even though you were watching the item like a hawk. Well, this feature from Octria automatically extends bidding time for items when last-minute bids are entered. If a bid is entered within 5 minutes of the item closing, Octria will extend bidding for that item an extra 10 minutes from that last bid. Sounds fair to me, but y'all got to be eagle-eyed about it. Bidding on the online auction and Fund a Need will close at 5 p.m. on Sunday. So keep bidding on all those fabulous items. Well, I've had a good time. I hope you have had a good time too. Our evening is coming to an end, and we've raised a lot of money to support our QUUF financial reserves, and I trust the auction in general. I want to express my appreciation to everyone who donated something, bought something, volunteered, or helped this effort in any way, even showing up. Thank you, everyone. It's been a pleasure serving as your MC for this third year, and I got to tell you, it is so fun to have a live audience. You have no idea how hard to do this is to do in an empty room. So thank you for being here, tuning in, joining in the fun, and supporting QUUF so generously. And if you will bear with me, I will remind you one more time that you have until Sunday at 5 p.m. to keep bidding on goods and services. You can also donate, as we said before, directly to the auction when you check out. And of course, you can also donate more to Fund a Need. So thank you, everyone, and I wish you good night.